Hey, good afternoon, guys. So we're back at it again with another little video. So today I'm gonna talk about like landscaping and my experiences of landscaping. I'm gonna put details on how to really make over like $100 a day. I used to make $200 a day on landscaping with no equipment at all. So stay tuned and I'm gonna drop some gems. So with landscaping, it's really important when I talk about landscaping to understand what it is. Landscaping is hard work, right? And landscaping is usually like a summertime job. So this is more geared towards my younger fellows or people that go to school. You know what I mean? If you're home from college or you're home from summer vacation, this is definitely something you can do to make good money. Just know you're gonna be up early in the morning and you're gonna do it till the night. And usually, if you find a good guy to work with, then you're gonna be working on and off. Now, my biggest tip when it comes to landscaping is definitely just go talk to somebody that actually does it. I usually would rather work with somebody under the books for the simple fact that there's benefits to it and then there's cons, right? If you work with somebody under the books, all the cash is there and at the end of the day, and they usually can pay you more because you work more and they have smaller crews. But if you go for somebody that does it with bigger crews, then you finish the work faster, you get paid a little less. The better part for me was definitely working under the books because, you get more money, you don't have to pay taxes on it. But if, you work for a company, then, they're going to pay taxes on it, so on and so on. But it's up to you which route you want to choose. But I always suggest to work with somebody that has a small crew, whether it's taxed or not, or under the books or not. Something that landscapers really like, and usually when you do landscaping, it's not just going to be cutting grass or fucking weed whacking, and you're probably going to do installation of roofing. You're probably going to do other things, you know what I mean? Just always say yes. This is just like a little tip for life as well. If you always say yes to opportunities, more opportunities will come your way, and that means more money. So, big way to do that is definitely find somebody that has a lot of work. And this is the difficult part, but it's not that difficult. You kind of just look at somebody, and you see they have like two guys, and be like, "Hey, you guys need some help? Like, I can work with you guys." And they have the equipment, they pay for the equipment. You don't need anything. But if you want to make a good amount of money doing landscaping, you are going to have to wake up at like 5 a.m., go cut some grass before it gets real hot, and then cut grass all the way to the nighttime. Like, you know what I'm saying? 9 o'clock at night. Like, I'm talking about long days. But you can make like $200 a day easy if you're willing to work it, just like anywhere else. This is a really good like weekend income, especially for people that, just to say you actually go to school or you have like summer school or you're going to school, college or something. And the season usually starts depending on where you're at in May. But if you live in one of those hotter states like Florida, it probably is all year round in some places. So you work with people, man, and you get to it and you'll be all right. I will say this, if you decide to even take it higher, which is something that could really benefit you, after you do a couple clients, you can start undercutting whatever price the person has, right? Which is a little bit of a tactic, right? It looks a little shady, but if they're charging $200, right? And let's say you get a weed whacker and you're like, hey, I can do this for 50. They're gonna pay you every time, especially if you do a really good job. So I suggest to do that. One big tip about landscaping, it's not hourly work usually for the person that you're working for. Or unless you make it for yourself, it'll be just a flat rate that they pay. So here, this much we're gonna charge. So definitely don't lollygag, like don't try to work slow. Do what you got to do. Most people, if you're not from like big cities like me, you do landscaping all the time. I actually learned it last summer, and I was averaging about $200 a day to like 180 to $240 a day, depending on how many hours I worked. It's pretty good money. But I hope this was a helpful video, and I'll see you guys soon.